30-minute musings coming back to you as I record this. It is Wednesday. I don't even know what day. Gotta let a car go by before I pull out my spot here. Wednesday, July 15th. Excuse me. Finally, we got a little bit of drizzling going on right now here. It's been pretty damn dry in this South Florida area. Like, we might get that passing storm that lasts maybe 5 minutes, and even though it might be some heavy rain, 5 minutes ain't shit when it only happens, one day out of the week. Like, yeah, it is the sunshine state, but shit, we need a little bit of rainfall here coming. Middle of July already. The year is pretty much half over. For fuck's sakes. Haven't had much rain. Weird. I think we had far more rain when I was back vacation visiting my family in Wisconsin than we've had here all year. Because there'd just be some day, yeah, we're thinking about doing a campfire. This shit weather's coming and it's raining on and off and shit like that. We need to, wait till I get to work, clouds, okay? I don't want to be on I-95 sitting behind some fucking idiots. And that's another thing, too. I mentioned all the bad drivers that there are down here. Well, all the states are represented down here. They just are. And it's terrible. If you're not from here, it's even worse because those people don't even know where the fuck they're going most of the time. They're confused about going down a straight road. Like, where am I going? I don't know, but I can tell you where you are right now. You're on I-95, whatever, north or southbound. Get the fuck out of my way. Pull over, collect yourself, find where you're at, get off the main roads. So when it starts to rain, I've never seen anything like it. I grew up in a fucking literal winter wonderland. There's snow on the ground 6 months out of the year. That can be pretty hectic. But even when it's bad, granted, there's not nearly as many people on the road up there as there is down here, but even with that, on shitty, snowy roads, all iced up and shit, the drivers, I feel, are just better. They're at least smarter. They're more aware up in Wisconsin. Down here, it rains, and these people go like 30 miles an hour down I-95. Not even joking. With the hazards on, which is now a fucking law. Don't put your hazards on unless you are pulled over to the side of the road and not moving. Hazards on when it's raining out and your vision is already a little, your visibility is easily slashed in half sometimes, even worse than that. It can get bad. And these people with the hazards on, I don't know, it's just that much more of a distraction. That much more of an irritation. Never good. So, okay, a little bit of drizzling right now, but it's funny, I look out to the west and it looks cloudy. I look, that's north right there, and now towards east over the fucking ocean right now. That's all clouded up. West is cloudy, but not like angry clouds. So if all that shit is over the ocean right now, it looks like it's south as well. We need some good damn rain is my point. Good damn rain. None of this flea piss stuff that's gonna... Yeah, flea piss. Hardly any drop for nothing. Nothing noticeable. Flea piss. You heard me. We need something a little heavier. We need that good... That day, maybe over the weekend, where it just rains seemingly for 2 days straight. Or at least, for the better part of 8 hours. Overnight works fine because, if everybody's asleep, or most people. I understand the overnight workers out there. I'm not trying to rain on you, pun intended. But I'm sure the traffic ain't nearly as bad as us, motherfuckers that gotta be up when that sun is still up. And granted, this has been a bit of a slow week for me. Still got that back pain. Still got that going on. Not nearly as intense, though. I'm working in a little bit of yoga. Like I said, just stretching. I'm not going overkill with the workouts. What the fuck is this guy doing? Cabby, get into the Avis lot now. And that's a terrible place to have that. Should be the next street up with a back entrance, giggity. A little bit of rain dancing across the windshield here. Need a good rain though. I mean, just to get the ground soaked up. Shit, I don't even care if my street floods up. Number one, I'll be at work when it happens. And even if it stays flooded by the time I get done, fine, I don't care. By then it'll be, evening at that point. No big deal. Whew, Wednesday already. I'm never looking forward to, because I switched my days. My retail day used to be, a couple of years back it was Thursday, then I switched it to Tuesday. Now I switched it back to Thursday. Just one day a week, that's all I'll give them. Because God forbid, I don't want to have to rely on that job. I don't. And it's sad the people that do rely on that place to, fucking feed their families and everything and pay all the bills, nobody gets 40 hours anymore. When I the economy. Ever since that bullshit in 2008, the economy crashed. Ever since then, nobody get 40 hours except fucking, salary managers. That's it. But everybody you want hours? Fucking we got hours. Help us with this. If you're in the back just organizing shit, zoning, they call it. But you just want to come and, get some extra, you want to stay an extra, 2-3 hours just to get these aisles cleared up, in the back, on the floor, doesn't matter. They were giving away hours like fucking, like wine at church, man, yeah. Pour a glass for dead homies named Jesus. Sip, sip. Oh, cracking my neck. It feels alright. I've been able to crack my back with this back pain, which is weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I guess I gotta work this shit out little by little. It'll be fine. And still, a little bit of rain coming down, which we need. But amplify this at least 4 times over, because this ain't nothing. This ain't flea piss, this is maybe fly piss now. A little bigger. Ramp this up like 4 times the intensity, that'll be decent rain. And then let that shit ride for about, 6 hours. That'd be a good start. That's how bad it's been. I mean, okay, this is Florida, it's a fucking swamp. It's not like we're going through a drought, it's just been drier than usual, which I don't know, maybe that's calm before the storm. Maybe we get hurricanes to roll through and fucking knock the shit out of everything. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. But that could be one of those things. And then people have always, they kind of joke year after year after, oh, well, we're due. It'll get us now. Hasn't yet. Maybe this is that year. I don't know. Part of me, like I said, I'm anxious to see, if a bad one comes through, how bad is that shit gonna get? Because, truth be told, when shit gets bad, the radio station, which I'm going to now, they don't go off the air. There is somebody in that building non-stop. The only downtime is from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. roughly, maybe 2 to 5, depending on the day. Otherwise, the only guy in that building is security guard overnight. Otherwise, there is someone in the building, whether it's a news anchor, a board op. I mean, there might be people in there, recording shit or whatever, but I mean, doing actual, running programming. I mean, if they're doing kind of side shit, if they're setting up, somebody's recording shit for the weekend, yeah, they might be in there Thursday morning, Friday morning, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock a.m. There might be, but I mean, actual, running programming, there's somebody in there. They leave at 2 a.m. and then the morning guy gets there no later than 5 a.m. So there's only a 3-hour downtime window of when there's technically nobody running programming. Security guy, there's always going to be one in-house, but that being the, I want to use a fun word here. Picadillo, does that work? Alright, people, can we creep up here? Because I think I'm a little too far off the fucking deal. Yeah, creep up, goddammit. I did not gauge the traffic on the ramp here. There's an Audi in front of me. It's an A4, a 2.0T. Red one, though. I wouldn't agree to that. If I was going to get an Audi. I actually liked the color of my old Saturn. Kind of a bluish, silverish. I liked it. That would be a good color for an Audi. Not red. This is not a 70s sports car. Certain makes and models can get away with that. Not this thing. And again, I guess that's just a fucking game that I'll play. When I see, like, out-of-state plates, I'll read them off to you. I think that'll just continue on 30-minute musings so long as I'm driving. If I do other recordings, that might be a different tale. But if I'm on the road, I'm going to let you know what else is on the road and where they're from. Or at least where they're coming from. Or maybe where they're going to. I don't know. Oh, no, that's a new plate up there. That's a fucking registration plate or whatever you call it. I was talking about stuff and I clearly forgot before I mentioned the Audi. It's alright though, you get a little bit of everything at these recordings. Oh, here's another thing. Every fucking exit down here, every ramp, there's always, let me pull up my phone to make it look like I'm talking to somebody. But there's always somebody with a cardboard sign, disabled homeless veteran. You know, too many of them. And where even 10% of those might be true, I think it's way too much bullshit because, I don't know. It's like if you got that many missing teeth, you're on drugs. Maybe you were in the military. I can't discredit that, but if you're going to try to hang the disabled, military veteran, God bless, if you're going to try to hang that on me as a means to fucking, put the phone back down, sorry. If you're using that as a means to fucking, get me on a guilt trip, sorry. But I'm not going to play that. Best thing to do, just give them food. If you got a bottle of water, like if you just came from the store and you got like a 12er, a fucking bottle of water, give them one of those. And crack it open for them. So they can't go and sell it for drug money. It's sad, that's kind of the way that I've gone into thinking, but being down here for as long as I have, there are not that many good people in the world. Honest to Christ, no pun intended, there's few and far between. So, like, you might give that homeless person $5-10, if you're being very generous. Some people it's just $1 or $2. But you slip out a $5 or something like that, yeah, sorry. You gotta look them up. Why not look them up in the phone book? No, but you gotta, okay, do they look like they have open sores on their face? Do they have a full set of teeth? Georgia plate coming up. That's a Dodge something or other vehicle. Liberty County. Dodge Avenger. It's kind of like a carrot color, kind of a dark orange. Almost like a candied yam. That's probably a better color description. Or sweet potato pie. I don't know. Georgia plate nonetheless. But yeah, it's just bad that since, because I was a naive, I would say I was pretty much a country boy, a naive little country boy when I moved down to Florida. Which, like I said, been over 10 years now. And it took me a long time to kind of get that sort of street smart. Like, I needed a lot of different avenues. I needed a lot of different, I don't want to say teachers and mentors, but just kind of observing conversation and how people think. I would say I'm a good sponge in that regard. But it took me a long damn time to kind of get my feet on the concrete. Off the grass and out of the parks and the forest and all that shit. Yeah, I would definitely say that I was a country boy. Granted, I don't like country music and I don't play the acoustic guitar. Hell no. I'm a healthy food eater. I like the big city atmosphere. I guess, street smarts, I guess is what it comes down to. I just didn't have that. How to read people. I didn't have that about me. So, there'd be homeless people along the way, but they're everywhere down here. So fuck, if I give $1, just going from wherever. And I first, that's when it first hit me, is when I was going to school, that's why I moved down to Fort Lauderdale in the first place. But I was thinking to myself, dude, if I give $1 to every homeless person I see, just going from school to the dorm, which was not on campus, so to speak. It was, I don't know, a couple of miles. There's a plate over there, I want to say, damn, I couldn't quite see. It almost looked like South Carolina. The colorful one, right? North Carolina's got the plane on it, the Wright brothers. It's just basically kind of red, white, and blue. That looked a little more colorful like the South Carolina one. Anyway, that was 2 lanes over, I couldn't quite see. 3 lanes, excuse me. But yeah, I figured that out. Like, if I give one homeless person $1 every time, whether it's just one day or on both trips, going to school, going back to the dorm. It's kind of it's a round trip. Sorry, whether I do a round trip or just once per. Like, I'd be throwing out money left and right if I give them all $1 every fucking one that I saw. Like, that's just. And I don't know where the money's going, which is why I'm not big on doing charitable donations to a fucking foundation. Remember that ALS challenge last year that everybody had to do because otherwise you weren't internet cool? Yeah, fuck all that. 7% of those profits actually go to the people that need it. I would rather give the money straight up to someone who needs it. Be like, hey, whatever, don't fucking, this is straight cash, homie. Whatever, if you buy groceries or help with medication, pay the bills, whatever. I'd rather do that. And okay, I'm a broke motherfucker, otherwise I would do that. I'm not going to give it to the organization because if only 7% of the money goes to people who actually need it, as opposed to whatever sort of advertising and the people working, the marketing people, the all that shit, the CEOs, and we got to put it towards our fucking, we got to take that money and use it towards our, whatever, the retreats they go on. I don't know, fuck that. I'd rather give the money straight up to the person who needs it. And if you're faking, Pennsylvania played over there. If you're faking me out, sorry, that was New York. It was New York, I take that back. If you're faking me out and pretending to have ALS, well, that would be quite a feat to pull off, Like, if your family is tending to you and then, like, playing it out that well, no. Like, the homeless people, there's all kinds of shit online. You can find all kinds of videos. Some news report team finds somebody who's faking to be homeless who, they walk themselves back over to their fucking, to their car, their truck, whatever. They change out of their, junky clothes, and then they're just regular, like my ass, t-shirt and jeans, and then go out and meet friends for drinks, blah, blah, blah. Go to your nice fucking apartment when you're done. First thing in the morning, get in that vehicle with a gym bag with shitty clothes, change in your car, and you walk, whatever, half mile to the fucking street corners that you beg with your fucking cup. And it gets pretty intense. It gets really intense. I can't trust that. Like, that shit I cannot trust. Plus, like I said, if someone's going to fake having ALS, that means their entire family's in on it with them. Bathe them, wash them, help them, all that shit. Like, that's going really far. If then, if I'm going to give my money straight up to somebody, whatever, a couple $100 like that, yeah, you got me, and everybody else around you, you're all playing your roles very well. So, hey, in that regard, you got me. Because if you got 6 people in on the fucking, giving them the business, okay, y'all got me. Haven't done that yet. Like I said, I'm a poor bastard in my own right. Everybody, I'm going to do the ice bucket challenge. I challenge this person. Actually, somebody did challenge me. I mean, they didn't know my name per se. It was like, I think she used to work with me. Well, like, I don't know, I guess we weren't Facebook friends. I forgot what the thing is, but she mentioned me in the fucking thing. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck no. It's like, if all your friends were jumping off a bridge, would you? Sorry, I don't know what's up with the road right there. It's just kind of tore up and making my tires sound weird on the road. But, you go back to that old thing. And this person was older than me. I mean, at the time, if my ass is 32 and everybody's doing this ALS challenge and I got called out, fuck no, I'm not doing that. Fuck no. And honestly, like, we weren't even Facebook friends. Somebody showed me that video. It's like, I guess she's calling you out. It's like, yeah, because I commented on something else that somebody else did that we're, that we're both friends with separately. Like, if I'm getting called out for that shit, well, this guy's on a mission. Let him drive his ass off. It's like, you go ahead and dunk yourself in water and donate whatever, how much money to fucking AI. But no, but that was the thing. like, either dump cold water on yourself and, you know, you call somebody out. If they don't answer your call of dumping ice water on them, then they have to donate? Well, fuck, anybody could just, let me just throw a couple ice cubes on me. What the fuck is the point? Just donate the money, oh, fuck. Like, that's just disheartening. That really is. Well, instead of paying the money to the organization, which, like I said, I'm against that in the first place, I'd rather give my money straight to somebody who actually fucking needs it, you know? But even in that regard, like, oh, well, I dumped water on myself, now I don't have to pay the bills. Like, that's just fucking cheap to me. That's really fucking cheap. You know? And maybe the person who has ALS that sees this is like, you cocksucker, I could use a couple bucks. Help my ass out, you know? You just dump a fucking, a big gulp of ice water on yourself and, oh, I just did the ALS challenge. That's really fucking cheap to me. Really fucking cheap. So even all these goddamn athletes and celebrities that were doing it last year, like, I frown upon that. Unless a lot of them did give money regardless. Okay, that, like I said, the organization, fuck them. People that need it, I understand. You know, and every little bit helps. They'll always tell you that fucking sad line. I'd rather give my money to a person or a family that needs that shit. Just my side of things. But, I mean, if the pro athletes and the actors, actresses that were doing all that shit, if they were giving money to the organization along with getting dunked in water or having it dumped on them, okay, that's understandable. You know, because, wow, you people can throw $10,000 around like it ain't nothing, you know? Well, like, if that's all you did, if that was your out, haha, I don't have to give $1 because fucking I had somebody dump a 5-gallon bucket of ice water on me, ha, now I don't have to pay. That's fucking cheap, you know? I mean, what are we going to do for fucking ASPCA? What are we going to do there? What are we going to do, sleep in the streets and get fucking honked at by cars and what? Oh, I'm going to dump ice water on myself because, that, you know, sometimes that's how people with ALS feel. Like, they're just frozen up and they can't move. Like, is that the basis of it? Or, like, I don't fucking get that. It's stupid. It's absolutely... Why not just challenge somebody? Show the check that you're about to fucking write out. Like, all right, you can see right here, it says $400. You know, I'm sending this to the ALS Foundation. I challenge this person. You have 24 hours to fucking... you know, to make your own donation, minimum of whatever. Because, yeah, everybody's income is going to be different. I get that. But, I'm going to dump ice water on myself. I don't get that. To me, that just seems really fucking cheap. Okay, what about people that are fucking quadriplegic? You gonna fucking cut your arms and legs off? No, you'll probably just tie it off with a rubber band. Be like, oh, there, okay, I stopped the blood flow to my extremities. Okay, haha. I did that and I lasted 10 minutes. Now I challenge this person. That seems insulting to people who have these fucking, you know, these illnesses and ailments. That really seems cheap to me. Like, just show me a check or show me some fucking, a money order. You know, they're like, all right, it's going to the ALS Foundation. Here it is, a couple $100 or whatever, $20, whatever the case is. I challenge this person. Not throw a cup of ice water on your face. Fuck it. I'm cheap. I admit that, frugal, if you will, but that's fucking cheap, and it's. I find it to be disgusting. You know. Oh, but remember the year before that, the whole internet craze was the fucking the Harlem Shake. Remember that one? Yeah, that was really fun until the Boston bombing came about. When, you know, the word was some blah 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 terrorista. What? Like literally the word is pronounced translated terrorist, right? Yeah, that we were going about the Harlem Shake, and wow, the Miami Heat are doing it with LeBron James, and LSU is doing it with Coach Les Miles, and all these actors are doing it, and everybody, even the fucking newsroom that I work at did one. Everybody was doing a Harlem Shake video until the Boston bombing, where terrorista, till that came into play. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? Like, that's why I call them sheeple. They'll just follow the herd and they'll get guided around wherever someone tells them to. Woo! Really grinds my gears, as Peter Griffin would say. Again, you know, I said it in a previous recording. I might not be a follower, I might not be a leader, but I sure as fuck am not a follower. That's for damn sure. I mean, I don't want to make myself out to some, like I'm some Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla motherfucker that's, taking something and revolutionizing it. No, I'm trailblazing my own path, and, well, it's just I'm not doing what you're doing, what everybody else is doing. That's... I don't want to say that I've always been a little different. I'm just me. I'm not you and all your fucking friends. Why is this Hyundai Sonata going so fucking slow? How old are you? You are old, sir. Jesus Christ, it's bad enough you're old and life is literally passing you by, but everybody on the street is passing you by. That should be a fucking clue, sir. That should be a clue. Yeah, I'm getting ornery. I admit it. Well, I got about 4 minutes left. Do we do a double shot? We might. I might. I don't know about you. I might. That's a weird color for a vehicle. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like... It's kind of like if you put like a shot of Pepto-Bismol into a gallon of water. So faint. Kind of, not lavender because that's more purplish. But not quite salmon, not much orange. It's a very faint pink. Had a nice little sparkle to it. That was cute. Never seen a vehicle that color. There's another one. Let's go on a different fucking a tangent right here. A guy that I work with at the station pointed out you never see a brown vehicle anymore. Back in the days, like if you had those, what were those station wagon looking things, the Woodies, right? And they had like the wood paneling shit along the side. He's like, there's that, and sure, UPS trucks don't count because that's just their thing. Like, Walmart is blue, Target is red, stores got their own thing. What, DHL or whatever that old one was? They were all yellow. Penske is yellow, right? Like, that's how they separate themselves. But you never see a brown vehicle, it's straight up brown. We had an old Buick that was brownish. It was kind of copper, I guess you would say. But that's brownish, I suppose. But just kind of like, shit brown. If I can jump into the Crayola, color palette here. Shit brown. You never see a shit brown vehicle other than a UPS truck. Look for those. There's a game you can play. 1,000 points with a picture. How about that? If you can get a picture of a brown vehicle, and I mean brown, not like, well, it's tan. I used to drive an SUV that was... Well, it was like a lightish tan. I don't even know how to say it. Like if you put a bunch of creamer into coffee, that kind of, It's like it's not brown. And I don't know what your eyes see tan to be, whether it's kind of, maybe if it's a wallet, kind of tanned leather. I still see tan as being darker, maybe a reddish hue to it. Some people down here sit at the beach so fucking much, they look like old shoe leather. That's terrible. About to make my turn on North Perry Airport, down West Island Drive. Yeah, you remember the airport I mentioned. Making that turn, I think I got about a minute plus to go here, a little bit of change. Yeah, about a minute 20. I think we're going to do a double shot with this one. Why the fuck not, There's a nice car. What is that? I don't even know what that was. Thought it was a Lexus, but it wasn't an L. Turns out there was a Z on it. Huh. Looked nice, though. At any rate, minute to go. There's your first yawn. Not bad. 59 minutes in. I always wanted this house here. It's a 2-story house, which there's not many around this area, and they got a fucking fence and a pool. That I want. Well, shit, as we're counting down, I guess, boy, this will be a double shot. I don't know what I'm going to name this one, but, shit, 30 seconds to go. I'll fire it right back up, but I'll catch your ass down the road.